Hello and welcome back to Tangle Tower. Yeah, so there's like that. I only did like one thing in between, and I didn't even get up to do that. So I'm doing this one sitting. So let's talk to her. Hello. God, you are
Flora, fellow.
Hello.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
I don't know.
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Encounter what?
Flora.
Oh,
Hey, I'm
okay.
sure you're...
Never mind.
Did you witness
That's
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
okay. Yourself.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora?
I hate how
I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
I hate.
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
I hate how.
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
I hate how she's like royally thin and just like this. Not really swan, but this goose-like motherfucker stature. I hate it. I hate Flora. I do not like Flora. She gives me chills. She's like Cruella de Vil to me.
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope.
Nope.
But at least we can say we tried.
Yep. Snake Man.
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya? Yeah, she's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
Say.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Dimensions?
Anything we should know? Any hobbies? Besides staring out the window? Were you close with Freya? How are you two related?
Well, we can check the family.
Did you kill
tree.
Freya?
Grimoire!
What? I don't even think she's listening.
It's a plausible question. You can get someone who can commit, like say, yes, I killed this person. You can get that in a person. It's not logical. You two are detectives. You should not rule that out. It's fine.
Oh, she's listening.
Thank you. Oh, I should not. Oh, God. She closed her eyes with this. Let's just-
Did you ask Freya to paint this? Or was it her idea?
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora? Some people have been saying it's a knife.
It looks like a knife, but it could also be a feather.
Flora, this is your egg? Why do you keep it locked?
Is there supposed to be something in there? Or is it always empty?
Speak, damn it! You're not helping!
Is this your gramophone?
Do you know why it's cracked?
Are you a mute? Are you deaf? Like, what is happening? Is she a mute? Is she deaf? What is happening? suspicious. Everything is suspicious about Flora! Okay. I want to go here. Stone Square. Hello!
It's a big stone dais.
What? That's a big word.
Biggest one I've ever seen. First one, too.
Is that a clock?
It must be.
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
What?
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
What's the correct position? Are you kidding me? What is the correct position? By the way, it says 3629. Or it says 39. Oh no, it's 3912. 6.
No, that was it.
Oh, hey! For sure! Yeah!
Nice work.
Fuck yeah! I will take that victory!
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
Yeah, it looks like a telescope. A small brass tool with carved glass lens. It has a screw in the base. Screw at the base.
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Yeah, what's the metal plaque say?
Is there a message engraved on it?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
Damn it!
A pointless little stone tower.
Wait, that's the garden.
I don't know. Might be a good hiding place.
Want to play hide and seek?
I could be persuaded.
Okay. So I can easily just go here and then to here. Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Did you ever see a mushroom that big before?
Not in real life.
Not in real life. What? Harry Potter! Magic stuff. Hello.
Wow. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
A, you are creepy as all fuck. B, that is a cool scar. C, holy crap, do not kill me. C, D, that is a nice cape. And E, that is a really nice collar to go with your cape. F, how the hell did you get that scar? H, please do not kill me again. It's like... What? Oh my god.
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective.
Hey, I am no sidekick. I am every bit a detective. We are partners, not hero and sidekick. We are partners. Yes, and yes, I am a detective. Do not question me.
This is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
Shit. No! Sally! Crane is a cool name! But yes, Hawkshaw is cooler.
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do. It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
Behest.
How
that
long
is
have
a
you
word.
been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours.
Fuck, don't make me do math, Hawkshaw. God damn it. Okay, how many days as a hunt? Okay. Okay, hold up. I am pulling up a calculator. Hold on. Go away, notifications. Notifications! I don't care for you. Go away. Okay, so 133 divided by 24. So nearly 6 days. Okay.
5.5 days.
Got it!
Looking for.
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
Sally, as much as I am thinking that, but work before personal!
You really think so?
Yes.
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers is one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear, but sorrowful,
Fair enough.
mournful, I cannot say.
Okay. Well, that just gave us a bunch new people. Okay, hold on. We have to... Okay, so that... Anything suspicious about Hawkshaw? Not... Yes, but no.
Bushes.
I forgot. So I can go here, and I can go anywhere but here. I saw these in her flashback. It showed her what these rooms were, but I'm not gonna. But I didn't know what they were, so I'm not going to say anything. Greenhouse. Ah, that's what the. Hello! You are creepy as all hell.
A little chart of, actually, I have no idea what it's about.
I don't want to look closer, but I am going to anyway. I hate you! Oh, it's alchemy symbols.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Skip just like that. I'm just going to take a picture of it. I am recording. I do what I want. Ah, I forget that is the filter. I hate you. That is on. Okay. Ha, picture taken. Okay.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Got it.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
God, I hate this. Hey,
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers.
Does he?
Tools. Used by a gardener. For gardening.
It's bigger in here than I thought it would be.
Same.
Hanging baskets. They're so high up.
To you, maybe.
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
God, why do I have the feeling that they're siblings?
2 inches makes all the difference.
It does. 1 inch makes the difference. Why do you think so many people make fun of like a 5-inch 11 people, and then like 6-inch people are like giants?
This one's in a little pot.
But it's glowing.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
Right.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
You're right. It does. Potted fruit with a hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is an unusual blue color. So this was made by British people, or European people, I should say, because there's a U in color and there should be no U in color.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no. Hanging baskets.
To
They're
you.
only 2.
2 inches makes all. It's bigger in here than I thought it would be. Is that fruit?
Too shiny. It's
Safe to eat.
I'm gonna say no.
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or
No, it's
shall
like
we
a
just stand
T-Rex.
around staring at each other?
No, it's
Right.
like a T-Rex.
Sorry.
You just don't
Sorry.
do anything.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
Okay. I forgot to show. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back to Hawkshaw and show everything to them.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
I meant to talk to him.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's
so
the
like it's
deal
a
with
hobby.
the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds
Okay.
form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Okay.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA.
Ah!
Sometimes.
Thank you!
Alteration? Like mutation?
Yes.
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
So someone is smarter than you on this.
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Getting high with the weed! 420 bro! I had to do it. My brain was like, do it now! It's funny!
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later, She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then,
Okay.
it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
Didn't sound human, you say? Okay.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Okay. God, I hate you. I hate you being there. Okay, let's go here. Just think. So, we've done that. That's okay. Other than sneaking in the bushes? No! But he's sneaking in the bushes! Let's just do the left and then the right. Library. Hello, who are you?
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I'm still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me.
Oh no? How come?
Because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me
Do
know.
tell.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis? About the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
You
My
shush,
apologies.
Sally.
Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
Okay, okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been non-verbal?
God, there's so many. God, is this how actual detective works? You have to be like, all right, here's everything in your face. Here's everyone, you know. Tell me everything about the everything.
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to
Okay.
make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss. something she has been unable to move beyond.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go back to Hawkshaw and Fitz and just
Name, Hawkshaw.
everything with them.
Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard.
That was expertly done.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist.
Artist, okay.
Deceased. Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became 1. Increasingly independent, and 2. Increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Sounds like quite a team.
That actually kind of does.
Name, Fiona Fellow. Age, 19.
Oh.
Profession, amateur microbiologist. Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes, kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly 1 grandparent.
Got it.
Name, Fitzfellow. Age, 24. Profession, cryptobotanist. Likes soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist? I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely friends.
So, what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower.
Grim. Oh, I love Vine.
He was making every effort to avoid detection.
Okay.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
Ah.
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist. But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
I love that.
What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Fifi. Let's do this.
What is your opinion of Tangle Tower?
It's
Oh,
weird.
it's impressive. Elaborate
impressive.
gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
That's quite an inheritance.
Oh.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
Her? Who's her? What? Who's her?
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
Wait. Oh, is she talking about Oh no! That is. Oh my god. Was Freya like the whole like band-aid of this broken fit? Oh crap! Oh no! This got sad real quick.
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why. The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
Not yet.
We're working on it.
We are?
That's why I asked questions. Did you work on it?
Curious.
Yes. Curious.
Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed a test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first place?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course. That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
Fair enough.
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Okay. So that gets rid of before. So it's either during or after.
Is she laughing?
You gave it to her, didn't you?
The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
I do not know the answer.
Well, good question.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No, I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh yes, it has a telescopic lens. It
Okay.
can only be used for looking at things that are far away.
Okay.
The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends
On what?
on the structural integrity of your teeth.
Fun.
I
Alright,
was in
save
my
it.
room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Huh, okay.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Good.
Can't wait.
Later.
It's an illustrated book about birds.
Birds.
It's been left open. Looks like somebody was halfway through reading it.
Or it was left open for us to find.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
Okay. Bird book. The ink dip is a remarkable, intelligent bird with a very long lifespan even among alien mystids. Looks like a peacock. Other birds are often aggressive towards it, and the ink dip lives most of its life alone. It has a particular feeding habit, and usually only eats the seed of the Tantum amica pictured. That? Okay.
Sure.
Potions!
Why not build a science lab in the corner of the library?
The search for new knowledge. The archiving of old knowledge. It's downright poetic.
Yes.
Books
Fantasy.
about ancient history,
Never mind.
I think?
These books are ancient history.
Oh, burn!
I think they'd crumble into dust if I tried to pick them up.
Good excuse.
Thanks. Books about geography.
Geography.
Skip. Books about insects.
Well, theoretically. There's not a single book on that shelf.
Oh, that's right, there's not. That one.
Huh. A book on the floor. Fundamental entomology.
So that would go with the bugs.
I guess somebody dropped it.
I'm gonna read it.
Books about space.
They're relatively untouched.
Jeez.
Is that a snow globe?
Yes.
Of sorts. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake and those weird mountains. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
My God, Grandma.
Hey, look at that. What do you
That
think?
would make an amazing...
Okay. A souvenir. Nice.
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
Probably. Okay. So we need to go back to her and to him about everything. Actually, hold on. Since we've got the bird
Do you
book.
know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
Okay. So with that, let's just go back to here. Oh, I need to stretch. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Uh-huh. Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked it, please leave a like. subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Tangle Tower. Ring the bell for notifications. Along with Tangle Tower, I've played Little Inferno, Skull Attack, Papers, Please, Burn Me Twice, and Among Us, along with other things. But with that, I will see you guys in the next issue. See ya!